This is going to be a different kind of video. Now, as many of you have heard, the Marvel Rivals beta is coming out in less than a week, in exactly 6 days. Therefore, I'll be starting to upload more and more Marvel Rivals content, since I'm way too much in love with this game. That being said, let us begin with the topic of this video, which are my initial thoughts on the Marvel Rival beta release on July 23rd. Now, quick word before the video starts. In the future, I'll be releasing way more videos about Marvel Rivals, way more daily uploads. I'll be releasing, I think, old uploads from the alpha first before the beta drops. And when the beta drops, I'll be releasing daily videos of the new beta. Now, when we think back, when the alpha hasn't started yet, there was a lot of criticism. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody thought it's just gonna be a Paladins ripoff. Let's be honest. Everybody thought it's gonna be another money grab for the rich billionaires in the background that just want our money. I was actually one of them. I didn't think a lot about that game. I was still hoping for Overwatch to become a better game. Now, skipping to the future, yeah, that didn't really work out. The game is in shambles, balancing is in shambles, everybody's complaining, everybody hates the game, nobody wants to play ranked. The game's cheater infested, some heroes because of the HP changes can't be played anymore, and playmaking because of 5v5 and 6v6 is kind of dead, and it's really boring. So, to come back to the beta, I have not played since the first minute. I actually have been hearing that my dear friend Necros actually wanted to play the game, because he saw a trailer of a character called Panther. Now, Panther is pretty much Genji, and actually good. And I was skeptical at first. I didn't really know what to think about that. I didn't look at any trailers, so I didn't really rush into it. I just let myself surprise what's going to happen. And actually, I was really surprised, because I watched like 10 minutes of the game and I could already feel how fucking fun that game is. Oh my god, you guys don't understand. The moment I saw that game on Necro's stream was like, oh my god, a perfect euphoria. And I wanted to get in. I asked around so many people, so many of my friends, do you have an alpha code? Do you have an alpha code? Do you have an alpha code? And I found one guy. He had one alpha code left, and he gave it to me. My goodness, I will never forget you. Thank you. That being said, I got a key. And first time I launched the game, I had a bit of trouble. Getting all the settings correct to the game to be working. But when I got to the game, oh my goodness, I felt so good. The game felt really smooth. It did not look like anything at all the trailer showed. The trailers looked really like Paladins. Looked really scuffed, looked really bad, buggy, and kind of like just a concept idea. But when I first played it, oh my goodness, it felt brilliant. It felt fun. It felt new. It felt fresh. I loved it. So I started to queue up, and I was not disappointed at all. Let's go to the positives. What I instantly felt by the game was the instant queues. They felt so good. I queued up, I instantly got a game. I didn't even have to wait. Even if the game was bad, or we didn't have enough tanks, we didn't have enough supports, there was so much time left, because if I queued up, I would instantly get into the game. And yes, the game is 6v6. Now, if a lot of people would remember, 6v6 was actually the same in Overwatch back in the day. I still remember that one clip where XQC would queue up and he would run to the toilet so he could finish there before he gets into a queue. That's how good the game was back then. That's how fucking crazy fast the queues were. And all my queues were like this. Now, the game started to fall off when Devs gave up. The developers. They gave up balancing. They gave up giving a shit. They didn't listen to the community. And they had all this lawsuit stuff in the background and blah blah blah. So, automatically, a lot of people stopped playing. That's why the queue times increased. A lot of people gave up. A lot of players that were streaming this game daily quit. A lot of people that were enjoying the game every day quit. because it was not fun anymore, because nothing happened. No new content was arising. That's why the cooldowns went insanely high. Now, the second good point is great visuals. In the trailers, it pretty much looked like as I said before, kind of like a concept trailers, really scummy art. But when I played it, it felt really beautiful to me. It was nothing like in the trailers. It was genuinely good art. I enjoyed playing the game, and even though it is 6v6, the visual clutter was actually less, because you're not in first person anymore, you're in third person, and you have a much brighter view of everything. So that way, the visual clutter, actually from Overwatch 1, kind of disappeared to me, personally. Now, the third positive point is fun new heroes and new abilities. I had so much fun queuing up and playing against or with a new character I've never played before. For example, the first time I played with Doctor Strange, I was like, okay, well, what does this character do? Okay, he's a tank. Okay, he's in the tank category. I don't have anything else. And then he pulls out a massive fucking TP that TPs you anywhere on the map. And we went to flank in the backline instantly. The game just started and we went to flank in the backline, and it was fucking fun. Now, some of us would say that's broken, no? But they actually managed to kind of balance it. Kind of, okay? It has an insanely long cooldown after you use it once. I think it's like 130 seconds or 150, something like that. And the thing is, there's a lot of counterplay to it by, yes, you don't like to hear it, there's some immortality in the game. Loki has immortality, and I think Raccoon has a res. So yeah, there's the counter to that, I suppose. But if you know about it, if they have a Doctor Strange, you just play around it. Easy. And you can actually see where the TP is forming, and you can also hear it, so you can kind of prepare for it. So it's not actually that broken. But anyways, to get back to the point, fun new heroes. Dude, and all of them were insanely fun. Like the first time I played with Groot, I was like, okay, Groot is like an insanely strong tank with massive HP, but the fun part about him is he can literally play Fortnite. He's literally a Fortnite character. He can build himself up. Okay, it's only 3 walls, but it's really fun to watch. And he can get some insane high ground with it as well. I've only seen a couple players actually use it like that, but that was really fucking fun. For my supports to get onto high ground that they normally can't go on without mobility, and him actually flanking that way. Or characters like, for example, Panther. Panther is so fun to play, because his whole character is basically his dash. His entire kit is based around his dash. Now you would say that's Genji, no? Right? But this character actually does insane damage when he dashes people. That's the difference. And the way he gets dashes back is not by killing, it's by hitting his marks. You throw a spear or a little kickflip onto the enemy, they're marked, you dash them, you get a dash back instantly. You don't even have to kill them. You just get a dash back when you hit the mark. And it's so fun to play. It is so fun to play. Now, let's get into the negatives. I only have a couple, and they're not very big. Unfortunately, the alpha was only NA servers. So we, EU people, me included, had to suffer a tiny bit with the ping. The ping kind of broke a couple characters. Unfortunately, Panther was one of them, so I had a couple moments there, here and there, you know, a couple desk slams, but whatever. This negative is actually going to be fixed in the beta, because they're making NA servers, EU servers, and I think HI servers, which is great. Low ping is going to be in beta. With the game being in an alpha, of course there's some bugs. Like for example, where when you spam Panther's dash, sometimes the dash like bugs out and it doesn't dash you where you want to go. But apparently they fixed that too. And they fixed a lot of other bugs too, which I personally don't know about because I kind of just played Panther the entire time because I enjoyed him so much. But I'm pretty sure every hero got bug fixes over these past like 2 or 3 months, and the heroes are gonna feel way better. Now, one more thing that kind of annoyed me was no Warlock, Means if you wanted to play, for example, a certain character, like let's say you want to play Hela, okay? You just want to play Hela because you love Hela, okay? You queue up, you pick Hela, and then your entire team, oh yeah, they want to also play DPS. So you have a Star-Lord, a Panther, a Punisher, and other DPS on your team, and you have no tank and no support. And those games were kind of miserable. I really disliked that a lot. Now you could say in pro play, or let's not say pro play, higher elo games, people are gonna swap around more often, but that's not the case for everybody. That's just never gonna be a thing in ranked. Nobody's gonna play around you. You have to decide how to play the game. And if you decide to be a one trick, then you're going to be a one trick. If you decide to be a flex player, then you're going to be a flex player, but you cannot influence other people to swap off their OTP, for example. That's just not how ranked works, and it will never work, because people have their own opinions and people have their own playstyles, and people want to do what they want to do and not what you want to do. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. That's why I am kind of for role queue. Even though I know a lot of people are against it, but I am for role queue because it satisfies everybody's wishes, kind of. Next negative, balancing. A lot of characters felt a tiny bit unbalanced, but that was actually fine because the alpha was only 2 weeks, and in those 2 weeks, a lot of people just concentrated on the new characters, how to play the game, learn the game, play properly, and just have fun with the game. Now, players like me that play Overwatch already had a way quicker understanding of how the game works. So, for example, meta was, I think, Doctor Strange and Groot, if I remember correctly. The reason why Doctor Strange was meta is because he had, like, let's just say it's a bug, but I don't know. Some people say it's a tech, where he could cancel his primary with a shield, and that way he could double primary somebody and make somebody 1 HP in an instant. Now that sounds kind of OP, which actually is okay. Let's just say it's a bug. Let's say it's a bug. Yes. And that felt a bit bad to play against. It was fun for the Doctor Strange player, for sure, but just not for the enemy. And Groot, because I think he had so much HP, and I think he had a team combo where when Groot and Raccoon are in the same team, they have a team ability where Raccoon sits on Groot, and then I think Raccoon takes less damage and then can heal Groot instantly because he's sitting on him. So yeah, that was kind of annoying to play against. I didn't really like that. Yeah, there was some other stuff. For example, that Loki has immortalities, and the way he plays is like he puts down little clones, and all of these clones, if you press immortality, will have an immortality field. So his range of an immortality can be really big, but it has a pretty short time actually. So it's somewhat balanced, even though I still don't like immortalities, but it is somewhat more balanced than an Overwatch, for sure, with Lamp, where you actually have to shoot it to kill it, and it's only like 8 seconds, which is very long. Or for example, Raccoon, which had a little gadget which you put down, and when somebody on your team dies, he gets resurrected to that gadget. So that means he doesn't even have to play in a safe spot to resurrect your teammate. No, they just die and instantly respawn to that gadget, which is a bit broken. I feel like they're gonna nerf it at some point, 100%, but it's for Overwatch players, it's kind of nothing new. We are all used to resurrection abilities. We can play around it. We're used to that pain. I think new players will complain about it, but let's not focus on that. It's just a couple balancing things which are probably going to be addressed, considering that Marvel as a company is a multi-million billion-dollar company that has enough money to pay their developers and actually hire even more developers. I really hope this game pops off and makes them a lot of money, so we can actually enjoy the best possible game out of it. The next little thing that I have to address is queuing against 6-stacks. Yes, you can 6-stack in this game, and it feels kind of really bad, honestly. If you are solo queuing and you have 5 other solo queuers on your team and you're playing against a 6 stack, oh my goodness, you get rolled like crazy. Obviously, it's still possible to fight against it because everything is possible in a ranked game and nothing is scripted and you can still pop off, but it is less likely for you to pop off against a coordinated team. It is just how it is. Again, it's a ranked issue, which some people agree with, some people disagree with. I just personally don't like it. I hope they're gonna address that too. For example, I think Sinatra had a stack with 5 other pro players from Overwatch, and they got rank 1 in like 2 days or something. And then 3 days later, they got like to the highest rank, which is pretty crazy in my opinion. Oh yeah, I have one more complaint, which was FPS issues. But I think they said that they're gonna address those too, and probably have fixed in the beta as well. I mean, it is still gonna be a beta, there's still gonna be problems, but the fact that they're interacting with the community and they're already addressing problems like that just shows me that they actually care about their game, which is a huge W for me. And yeah, that's all my complaints. And I hope this game pops off so that it can release me from my pain called Overwatch 2 and we can move on to a better game. I hope you all enjoyed this video. As I said before, there are going to be more videos like this in the future. More old alpha gameplay videos, and when the beta drops, beta gameplay videos. I would like to know what your thoughts are if you were an alpha player, an alpha tester. And if you're not an alpha tester, I would love to hear your wishes and thoughts for the beta. Yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe. I will be streaming the beta on the 25th of July. And yeah, have a great rest of your day. See ya.